मैं हूं श्रुति शर्मा, आप देख रहे हैं ट्रेंड्स 9 और आज मेरे पास है एक बहुत ही खास प्रोडक्ट जो कि है डायसन का एयररैप मल्टी स्टाइलर। ये हाल ही में लॉन्च हुआ है और पूरे मार्केट में इस प्रोडक्ट ने तहलका मचाया है। आपको कीमत बताती हूँ इसकी 45,900 यानी 45,900 रुपए। अब कीमत काफी ज्यादा है, बहुत टाइम से मैं ये खरीदना चाहती हूँ, लेकिन एक चीज जो मुझे रोकती है वो सिर्फ कीमत है। लेकिन आपको ये भी बता दूं कि इसकी जो कीमत है इट्स वर्थ इट। रीजन द टेक्नोलॉजी। जी हाँ, जिस तरह की इस टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करी गई है इस प्रोडक्ट में, इस कीमत में इस प्रोडक्ट को लेना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं होगी। तो अब जानते हैं इस प्रोडक्ट के बारे में, क्योंकि जिसने इसे बनाया है स्क्रैच से, इसके बारे में पढ़ा है, वही हमें बताएंगे। सो व्हाट्स मोर एंड व्हाट्स बेटर देन नो अबाउट द प्रोडक्ट फ्रॉम द हॉर्सेस माउथ इटसेल्फ। So, इसको रखते हैं एक तरफ। मेरे साथ हैं मिस्टर चिदम कृष्णस्वामी, the lead engineer of Dyson Technologies. Welcome to Trends 9. So, this is the Airwrap multi-styler, the newest product from Dyson, and it's kind of a rage in Indian market. Why is it a rage? I wanted to ask you, what is there in terms of technology that's gone into this product जो कि इसे इतना खास बनाता है?
So at Dyson, we are very passionate about solving problems which others choose to ignore. The Dyson Airwrap is a product which is catered for all hair types, and on top of this, we have attachments for the multi-styler which can suit for different hair types. We also have a lot of technologies inbuilt into the product. For example, the intelligent heat control जो बाल को जलाने से बचाता है, and also make sure that your hair doesn't get damaged. This is one of the important features in the Airwrap, but we also have a few other features with the new Airwrap. हमारे नए barrels में direction change mechanism है. So in our previous generation you had to have two barrels for two different directions. अब एक ही डायरेक्शन में आ जाता है, बस आपको ये कूल टिप को टर्न करना है and you're able to get curls on either side of your head. Apart from this, you also get the normal Airwrap benefits. Your hair automatically gets initiated onto the barrel. This is because of the pressure difference that's created by the Coanda effect. So all of these add up to make our Airwrap a popular product.
You know, how much time has gone into actually doing the research for this kind of a product and then actually implementing it and executing it? So when you think about making such a product, how much of time actually does get into the technology? If you talk about this only, so when did you start to think about a thing on the paper and then actually in terms of execution? कितना समय लगता है इसमें?
I think for a project like Airwrap, we start off with a vision, what we want to achieve, and we go through different stages and to end up at a product finally in the customer's hands. We do spend quite a lot of time looking at the nitty-gritties of the product. छोटे छोटे चीज़ों का ख्याल रखते हैं product में, and we make sure that we deliver a good experience to the customer.
So, well, now talking about the hair quality only. So, when you were thinking about making a product, sending it to India, was there a certain research that had gone into the kind of hair Indian people have, and you know, globally also, if you talk about, so is it a area specific research that's done? So, about the Indian market, if you could tell about the Indian consumers. So what was the study like, and things that you could actually tell us about it?
Right. So at Dyson, we have invested more than a decade. We have put in more than 100 million pounds into researching hair types, and we also do frequent surveys across the world. So we have done a survey recently across 23 markets with 23,000 respondents, and we have quite a few interesting findings from it, especially for the Asia Pacific. Some of the items that I like to share with you, people in Asia Pacific are one of the highest users of hair products.
Okay, so in terms of technology, if I talk about this product, what is the ACE technology that is actually given in this, that you would say, okay, fine, this is the product and this is the, you know, the best technology this product has? So if you could talk about that.
So we have what is called as the intelligent heat control, which helps people style their hair with no extreme heat damage. Heat damage is one of the biggest problems.
It is, you ask me, because, you know, till the time I don't use Dyson, I don't know the product right now, but my hair has gone from wear to wear, and this actually has been a concern for Indian women especially, because they, like you said, use quite a bit of, you know, hair dryers and hair styling, so that is actually a concern. So you think that this solves the purpose then?
Yes, most definitely. So our Airwrap uses the intelligent heat control, where a thermistor sits right at the air exit of the product and measures the temperature of the product nearly 40 times a second, and it feeds back to the controller on board the product, and the product controller controls the amount of power given to the heater. In this way, we regulate the temperature that is being experienced by the user. On top of that, we also for example, again going back to the Quanda smoothing dryer, we depend a lot on the airflow itself rather than using the temperature to dry our hair and style our hair. So these two are primary factors, I would say, specifically with regards to the Airwrap multi-styler.
So, you know, now the last but not the least, the cost has been a very important factor for any product if you have to sell it in Indian market. So moment people talk about the cost, and you know, they tell, okay, अच्छा ये इतने रुपए का है, the only thing that comes in the mind is that बहुत महंगा है. So apparently, if we compare the Dyson products with other brands for that matter, they are slightly expensive, but I'm sure because the technology is very good, so they're worth it. But how has the sale been? If it's not sale, then how has been the response from the people in India once the Dyson came, and till now, how's the response been? If we talk about a particular product, or maybe overall hair products, or you know, stuff that you have.
So with regards to Dyson, we invest a lot in our research. We have, as I mentioned, a lot of investments in our hair care, as well as we have a lot of tests, laboratories where we do rigorous testing of our products. We test things like temperatures, we put it through ingress testing. We do a whole series of tests to make sure that the product is fit for use. So I don't want to specifically compare it with any other product, but I think as a standalone, the Airwrap multi-styler stands out by itself, just because of the technologies on board the product.
Fair Chidam, thank you for talking to Trends 9. It was actually an insight to be knowing about such a fantastic product here. So आपको बताया हमने Airwrap मल्टी स्टाइलर के बारे में, और जैसा कि बताया कि कीमत ज़्यादा है लेकिन वर्थ इट है, क्योंकि आपने खुद ही इनसे सुना कि किस तरह की इसमें रिसर्च जाती है, किस तरह की इसमें टेक्नोलॉजी दी गई है, जो कि बाकी जो ब्रांड्स हैं या बाकी गैजेट्स हैं उससे थोड़ा इसे वन अप रखता है. तो इफ़ इट्स वर्थ इट टू एक्चुअली स्पेंड दैट मच ऑफ मनी फॉर अ सिंपल रीज़न कि आपके बाल नहीं जलेंगे, आसानी से स्टाइल हो जाएंगे, और जो बाल झड़ रहे हैं आपके वो नहीं झड़ेंगे आप इनको अगर यूज़ करना शुरू करेंगे, बिकॉज इट कीप्स योर हेयर safe and styles it very safely. So this is Shruti signing off for Trends 9.